welcome and welcome back to my channel. This video is all about my hostess stay at a tiny house resort. This is in Cairo, New York. I stayed here as part of my weekend fall foliage road trip to the Catskill Mountains. So this was a 45-acre property with about 15 tiny houses. You can see here a list of their activities at the resort. There is really so much to do at this resort, so make sure you check out this video. If you are considering staying here, you do have to get access to get inside of the property, so that definitely makes you feel a little safer. You are immediately greeted by animals that are on the property, so that was really cute, and you have the opportunity to feed them. One of the activities was a goat walk, and you can see that a little later in the video. I'm gonna get right into the room that I stayed in. This was the view. You can see the water behind the trees. The property I stayed in was called the Vista, and this was fit for 4 people. A lot of the houses have a patio with furniture so you can chill and relax outside, as well as a grill. I did have the opportunity to see 3 other houses. They were double deckers, so they were made for larger families. I will have timestamps, so make sure you check those out. And I will have a separate video on everything that I did while I was in the Catskills, so make sure you check that out too. Upon entering the Vista, I was super excited. It had a full fridge, full stove, everything that you needed to cook a meal. This was a pull-out sofa, so space for extra people to sleep. The bedroom was in the back. There was a TV, there was coffee, and a place to eat. Plenty of closet space in the bedrooms and beautiful views from the windows. There was also a TV in the bedroom as well. Another closet by the bathroom, and the bathroom was a decent size. It was very clean, adequate with towels and washcloths. They did have soap, shampoo, and conditioner. They had a full tub if you want to take a bath. I did mention some of the extras that they had, but they did have a toaster, a teapot, bowl, a big large bowl, like if you're cooking something, plates and bowls, glasses and mugs, pots and pans, most things that you would need for a full course meal. There was so much to do on the property. I mean, so many different activities. I will show all of that in my daytime videos. As you can see, the properties were a pretty decent space from each other, so you didn't feel overcrowded and you had some privacy. They had wood to start the fire pit. This right here is a quick view of the waterfall that was right on the property. So beautiful. I did go all the way down, so you can see that in my next day videos as well. This here is the outdoor seasonal pool. It is heated and it is open from May until October. I made sure to bring as many snacks as I could possibly think of. I wanted to make sure that I had no reason to go out in the woods in the dark. And I even brought a full meal to prepare. I have details on that in my Catskills video, but all the utensils that were provided made it very easy to make. I made sure to bring items that didn't need a lot of seasoning because salt and pepper was all they had, and voila, dinner was served. On to the next day, we started out with the goat walk. There was a guide that provided food. The sheep and the goat were just all over the place. It was so cute. The animals were very friendly. We took a little walk around the property and it was just really cool. I do want to take this time to thank you for coming to watch a video. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I share travel ideas, tips, and tricks for all around the world. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. So I'm not exactly sure why these benches were here or what this location was or what it used to be, but this is where you can see the top of the waterfall from. There were some stairs that led down more into the woods where you could get a closer view, but I am actually going to show you a really close view when I go around the other way. I actually love waterfalls. Make sure you check out my other video. I did go for a hike at Catskills Falls, which was about 20 minutes away. So dope. Back to the rest of the activities at the tiny house resort. There was just so much to do, so much entertainment. I would say that it would entertain small kids, teenagers, as well as adults. Definitely a dog-friendly resort if that is something that you're looking for. They also had movie night. Just so many things to keep you entertained, especially if you're not interested in leaving the property. They even had this snack shack. They had ice if you forgot to bring that with you, and so many different things that you can get on the inside. It was open 24 hours. It was self-service and you could pay in cash or with your phone. They did have cameras, but I would hope that people would just do the honorable thing and pay for whatever they needed. And there was everything that you needed in here. I'm talking about from feminine needs to water to ice cream to candy, all types of things that you might need. And like I said, ice. That was really important. I thought that was dope that they had that there. But yes, there was even games, there was seasonings. I swear they had everything that you could think of in there. Very, very thoughtful. Now, this edition really threw me for a loop. They had a little tiny fitness center. How freaking adorable. This was also 24 hours. It wasn't very large, but it did seem to have everything that one would need just to have a decent workout. I thought that this was just the cutest thing and very, very helpful. Absolutely. People definitely want to get their fitness on even when they're relaxing and on vacation. These were more houses that were on the property. I didn't get to visit any of these, but I did get to visit 3 more that were double-deckers for larger families, so make sure you keep watching for that. You could walk further down, and that's where you would see the creek, the view that you get from outside of the room. This was a creepy little creek, but it was still nice. This is where you would kayak. Not that I would kayak there. I've kayaked before, and it's not easy, and I definitely wouldn't want to do it in this creek. But that is an option. They even had a dog park. I'm telling you, the owners of this place did not miss out when they were thinking of what people would want when they were on vacation. This was all the way down by the waterfall, so this is a better view of the waterfall. It was really, really beautiful, very peaceful and serene. I enjoyed spending some quiet time there and just listening to the water. It was very enjoyable. This was some sort of path. I'm not sure where it led to. I decided to go back towards the property and mind my business, okay? Because that's what I do. This was their swag stop. If you wanted any souvenirs, they had all types of merch. Hoodies, t-shirts, bags, all kinds of stuff. This was a whole other side of the property. This was a slide. I imagine it would be used when there was snow, there was basketball, pickleball, more active. They had a whole entire art studio, and they did have arts and craft classes that you could sign up for. So many different options as far as just the arts and crafts is concerned, and the studio was huge. So as far as booking the property, you do have the option of booking a la carte or booking including different activities. So that's definitely something that you want to look on their website just to make sure you get the most bang for your buck. Now for the finale, the other tiny houses that I had a chance to visit. I did have a chance to see the Mizu House as well, and this one was a double-decker. Patio furniture outside and a grill. There is a full kitchen just as there was in the Vista. Now this house does sleep 5. The stairs lead up to a queen bed. There is also a sleeper in the loft. There's a TV in there. One thing I will say about these houses is that they definitely give a lot of natural light. I love the big windows. On this side here, you will see the ladder that goes up to the twin bed. There was a full bathroom in this house as well. This house did not have a bathtub like the Vista had, just a shower. The next house was called the Big One, and it is advertised to sleep 6. Another double-decker in this house has the patio furniture as well as the gazebo that you can sit under. It also has the fire pit. As far as inside, similar to the first 2 houses, you have the full kitchen when you first walk into the house. The windows were massive in this house. I was definitely loving that. The sleeper and the TV for downstairs. Of course, the upstairs bedroom is also equipped with the TV, also very large and beautiful windows upstairs. I just absolutely love the design of these houses. Very tiny and cozy, but more than enough room for everything that you need to get done. This house also had a full bathtub. The last house that I had a chance to view was the flat. This was another double-decker. A similar outside patio with some coverage and the view of the creek. You walk into a full kitchen and a loft. The flat is also advertised to sleep up to 5. This one was a little bit different as the bedroom did have a closing door for privacy. The full-size bed was the same. You did have to climb the ladder to get up top, and there was a full bathroom, and this one was also equipped with a full bathtub. Overall, I must say that my hostess stay with the tiny house resort was A1. From the property to the amenities to the host that was so very sweet, it was just amazing. It was also very close to all the activities that I wanted to do. Make sure you check out the video for everything that I did while I was in the Catskills. I do hope that you found some value in this video. Make sure that you leave a comment or any questions that you may have. If you did find some value, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button and make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you so much for coming to watch my channel. Talk soon.